So a couple weeks ago, we got the news that Booker T was accepted into the National Network of Freedom Schools. This designation doesn't come with any money, but it's a huge honor that affirms our lineage. And it's something I've had my sights on for many years. I went back to read the founding papers of Freedom Summer, written 60 years ago in Mississippi. And I swear, in many ways, 1964 could as well as be 2024. Back then, against a backdrop of racial violence and deep economic injustice in the Jim Crow South, and in spite of a ton of fear, 1,000 college students from around the country turned out, and communities came together to build a new world. Under oak trees and back porches and community centers and church basements, they set up makeshift spaces where Black students, for the first time, could learn civics and history and their constitutional rights. They could express themselves freely in a classroom setting. Today, at a time where women of color are 3 times more likely to die during pregnancy, and Black children are 6 times more likely to be killed by police, in a city where 500 families await each night for shelter, Booker T is where people come together to build a new world. In after-school programs and senior groups, over farmers market produce, over communal tables, and in apartments located in the very same neighborhoods where our community was born and raised, Booker T is creating space for education and action and sustenance and for keeping each other safe, both physically and psychologically. I landed at Booker T after a series of unlikely phone calls. Valley Brown, former District 5 supervisor, reached out and said, "Someone told me that you cause good trouble. You should come to City Hall." And she was right. Good troublemaking runs in my family. I'm the granddaughter of a Black Panther and social worker who worked with survivors of domestic violence and substance abuse. My mother gave up her girlhood at 14 when she had me. She too became a social worker, traversing New York City to care for people living with HIV. My earliest memories are being on the block, walking around Harlem with my grandma, joining marches and protests, and listening to people speak on street corners. I remember taking the subway down to the New York City Board of Education, where my mother fought our way into better public schools. I come from a line of fierce women. And like them, I have a systems mindset and a heart for the people. I'm a person that gets to yes. Yes to workers' rights and higher wages for on-campus security guards at Penn, my alma mater. Yes to rebuilding the Southeast Community Center in Bayview away from the city's sewer processing plants. Yes to a new local tax credit for working families who are struggling to make ends meet. And yes to prioritizing COVID testing and vaccination sites in low-income neighborhoods where the infection rates were the highest. After a few years at City Hall, the executive director position at Booker T opened up, and I fielded another round of calls. "We need somebody over there that we can trust," my neighbors said, one after the other. "We want you." So I said yes. 4 years into my tenure at Booker T, I'm proud to say it's been a transformative time. We grew from 6 employees and a $1.2 million budget to a team of 30 and a $7.2 million budget. We are lean, we are tight, we're adaptive on purpose, and we now serve over 6,000 people a year. It was Tipping Point who provided the seed funding for Be Safe, our Black Safety, Access, and Freedom program that encompasses everything that we do to stabilize community and prevent family homelessness. The biggest shift has been with housing. So we started going much deeper. Once we did, we saw kids focusing better in school, teens coming out of depression, parents reconnecting with one another, and seniors showing up to volunteer. And these are huge changes in our families' ability to take care of themselves and each other. But to me, housing alone will never be enough. Next year, with support from Tipping Point, we'll develop a program to help Black homeowners keep their homes, one of the greatest sources of generational wealth. Why is it, almost 40 years later, the moms I'm serving here have a similar story to my mom. Women who work, want to go to school, turn a dollar out of a dime. They can't afford to raise a family here, and there's something deeply, deeply wrong with that. Things should be different for us. My hope, I want Black kids to grow up in San Francisco. I want them to stay alive. I want them to go to school and to build a better life for themselves that they can be proud of. An opportunity too many are denied from the womb. And I want our elders to age with dignity and choice and joy and respect. And I want a resilient and thriving neighborhood. I want to tell you all right now that hope is a discipline. It's a practice. How will we all continue to answer the call for community? How will we carry on the fight for freedom and belonging for everyone in the city that we really love? The work we're doing at Booker T is generational. It's not one person or one issue area or even one election cycle. It's legacy work every day. If I didn't have the alchemy of support that I do, donors and allies who understand and respect what's actually working, and a board that's like, go forth, thank you, there's no way I could do what I'm doing. So thank you all for being trusted partners, for being sustainers, and fellow good troublemakers. See you out there. Yeah. So to end, we always say that Booker T is the place to be. So come through. This is your invitation. Yes, all 300 of you. I'll see you. 800 Presidio, write it down. So now it's my sincere pleasure to introduce an incredible teammate of mine, someone who embodies one of Booker T's core values, to lift while climbing. Please help me in welcoming the amazing Jazzy Murray Thomas. Thank you.